Diseases from unsafe water and lack of basic sanitation kill more people every year than all forms of violence, including war. 1 in 9 people in our world does not have access to one of the most basic of human requirements. We as Americans undervalue one of life's most essential needs, clean water. But imagine for a moment that you didn't have easy access to this abundant resource. It is hard for me to even wrap my head around a world where I was placed in this situation. Well, it's the harsh reality for over 884 million people. According to DoSomething.org, Charity Water is an organization committed to providing rural communities with their first access to clean water. Today I want to talk about how you can help provide some of these 884 million people with what they desperately require. The need is great. 90% of the 30,000 deaths that occur every week from unsafe water and unhygienic living conditions are in children under 5 years old. The WHO reports that over 3.6% of global disease burden can be prevented by simply improving water supply, sanitation, and hygiene. According to DoSomething.org, every 20 seconds, a child dies from a water-related disease. That means by the end of this speech, more than 20 children will not have made it to the end of it. In many developing countries, women and girls walk on average over 3.5 miles each day to fetch water. On the whole, women spend more than 15 hours per week gathering water. Now, this number is important because basically, instead of getting water, if they had access to clean water, they could spend that time doing other things and pursuing education, or they could be bettering themselves. So, yeah, without water, neither small businesses nor global industries can function, nor family farms or major agribusiness, according to a Growing Blue article. Now, how will donating to Charity Water make a lasting difference? Well, in order for me to give you what difference it'll make, I have to give you a little background first. The organization was founded in 2006 and has helped fund 13,641 projects in 22 countries, benefiting over 4.6 million people. Overall, the organization has raised $155 million as of December 8, 2013, according to the Charity Water Wikipedia article. Now, the goal of Charity Water is to build community-owned water projects around the world. Now, you will see a visible change in the outlying communities that are given access to clean water. When a water project is built in a community, members can often use the new water source to grow small gardens near their homes and secure their own food source. Self-sufficient households are less affected by conflict, famine, and inadequate government services. Building a water project in a nearby community can give women the freedom to pursue an education or earn extra income. Now, the water committees are basically, what happens is when Charity Water builds a well in a community, that community is responsible for managing that well. It's also responsible for maintaining the well. And so these water committees are formed, and often this is the first chance that women get to be elected into a leadership position where they can earn extra income. 50% of men and 50% of women are elected to these committees, and so yeah, it's just a really good stepping stone for them in their lives if they can actually get into this position. Now, I think it's important for me to tell you a more personal story because 884 million people is a really big number, and I think if I were to go on to a more smaller scale, I think you'll be able to understand just the implications of what giving water to a very small community can do. I'm going to tell you a story of a small village called Siddiqui in Malawi, home to 195 people. Siddiqui was a village that had been cut off from the rest of the world by a ravine. This ravine limited access to the village, and it also prevented the village from receiving clean water because there was no way for the drilling rig to get across. But the villagers were determined to get access to clean water. At least one person from every household spent 2 months carrying rocks and bags of sand to fill the ravine and build a road across it. The day finally arrived when the villagers had worked so hard for, a convoy of trucks driving down the road in the distance, drilling rig in front, people running down the hill at the sound, the rig rolling right over the bridge and into the community. People sang and danced all day long, waiting and hoping for clean water. The entire community was there, waiting eagerly outside the ropes as drillers put pipe after pipe into the ground. 20 meters, 30 meters, 50 meters. Hours went by. And just as they were about to give up, water finally bubbled up from the ground. Prior to this day, women had been getting water from a hole next to the river, a source that they had often had to share with pigs. They were walking to this place probably about 4 to 5 times a day and often waiting in line. When the hole ran dry, they had to sit down and wait for it to slowly refill, but having clean water for them wasn't just about saving time and work, and it wasn't just about better health. To them, water was a symbol of progress, independence, life. When that moment came, the people in the village came charging past the ropes to the drill, and the drillers let them have it, flushing the pipe over and over again, shooting water into the sky so they could dance and sing in the rain. Water's here, don't worry, they sang. That little story was made possible by a guy named Tyler Review, and the title of his blog was The Road That Changed Everything. Now in closing, there are many benefits to clean water, to providing clean water to a community, and Charity Water does just that. The need is great, and your donations would be greatly appreciated. Now, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, Emilio Alvarado here.
Yes, Amelia.
I just wanted to ask, where is the problems most severe located at in the world?
A lot of the problems are located in Africa, and you also have a lot of problems that are in India. And so what Charity Water will do is they'll go into these communities, like they'll kind of they'll figure out where the need is greatest and where like the money can go to help the most. And so they'll go there and then they'll drill a well, and then those people will maintain the well. So yeah, Africa and India, to answer your question.
Additionally, how big is the organization globally? Like, is it globally? It's
located in 24 countries around the world. That's where they've built wells. It was started here in America, and but they plan on expanding to other countries. They've had over 13,000 drills. Excuse me, they've had over 13,000 wells drilled all across the world.
And how long have they been doing this for?
They've been doing this. I believe it was 2003. Don't quote me on that. I can get back to you on that later. Anybody else have any questions? No problem.
Where can I donate?
Where can you donate? You can go online, and you can also, like, what you can do is you go online and you start your own funding initiative, or you can just donate money.
Where?
Online.
Where?
What do you mean?
Where do I go online? That's a big
Oh,
place.
you go to charitywater.org, and you, like I said, you can either like just donate, or you can start your own initiative. Where like basically what you do is you
charitywater.org.
Yeah, charitywater.org, and you start your own initiative where you like try to like get a fundraising goal, and like if you raise enough money to build a well on your own, what's gonna happen is there's gonna be like a plaque on that well that has your name on it, and also you can go online after the project is built, and like there'll be pictures and stuff, and you can go like to Google Earth and see where that well has been built. So there's a lot of visibility. There's a lot of transparency in the organization, because they like to say that they have 100% accountability of like where the money is going.
Cool. Pretty cool. Thank you.
Anybody else? One more question?
How much does all of this cost? Like, how do you distribute the money between
How do you just, okay, basically, it just really depends on the project, because some projects are more expensive than other projects, because some wells are harder to drill than others. Some wells are harder to drill than others. They use a variety of different means to get the water. Some are like gravity-fed systems, where it's kind of akin to, I guess, like a water tower. And there's some systems where it's just a normal, just like, drill to the ground and get water. Other systems are like, they collect rainwater, and they clean the water, and that's how the community gets access to what they need. But the money basically, it just goes to each individual project. So I mean, it can really range. Like the price of each project can vary from 10,000 to 20,000. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, just in closing, I just want to say, any money that can be donated to this cause it's going to help out people. I mean, water is water in the sense that it provides it's a basic necessity, but it's also empowering, because like yes, we have easy access to it here in America. So like we don't spend time getting it, but these countries, like these women in these countries, they spend, you know, like I said, 15 hours on average each day just getting this water. And so that time for them could be used much more wisely. It could be used to help their family, their kids. And so it really changes the whole community just by them having, you know, well. So yeah, just something for y'all to think about. Thanks for coming out, and thanks, God bless and give 'em.